Hi everyone, Susan Winter here. Welcome to my channel. I'm answering your questions today as a best-selling author and a relationship expert. And I'm very happy to have all of my wonderful YouTube family of followers and subscribers on board today. Thank you if you're watching this. Love, love, love your input, love your commentary, and love your support. And if you're new and checking this out, please, if you like it, I'd ask you to press subscribe. It'll make me very, very, very happy. This is about that tricky transit between you know that they like you and there's a great connection. So what do I do to get it going? Where do we go from here? How do I make it get there? So for those of you who don't know, SusanWinter.net on the contact page is where I have the question and answer for video requests. And this one, I will oftentimes pick one every couple of weeks because I get 3 or 4 that are very, very similar. So this is important. You found somebody you like, and they like you, and you do feel this connection, but you just don't know how to progress in that. So this came from Erika. Erika, thanks a lot. And Erika writes, "Hi Susan, thank you so much for your wisdom." This is great. You are a blessing. Thank you so much, Erika. "I have trouble with getting into a relationship part." Yeah, you and a lot of people. "How do you go from strong connection but just talking to let's take it to the next step? I'm old-fashioned and I don't believe you should be dating others when you have a strong connection with someone, but I know that's not the norm and I break it off with guys if I see this." Okay, thanks a lot. Now remember, from this brief description, I've got to kind of derive some context, so I might shoot this from a couple of different angles, Erika, and everybody else listening. This is not a unique problem. How many times do we meet somebody that we like and we want to know how to progress it? And in Erika's case, as a female, sometimes she has a preference for or has learned to be more receptive and passive. So for women that are of the feminine school of thought, I would say make sure that you give all of the green lights. I would never ask you to do something that goes against your code of beliefs or disciplines or whatever, but I do believe that it is the 21st century, and sometimes there's another way to do it, and I'll get to that in a minute. I call it the inclusion method. But here's the thing. How we get from knowing somebody and having conversation, bravo, at least you've gotten that far, to then progressing it is multiple steps. One, we have to allow them to feel comfortable to engage with us and to continue to add in personal information. So I don't know where you are in this process, whether it's, hey, how are you doing? And it's a nice day, or if you've gone a little bit more deeply. It helps if you see somebody on a regular basis and you can build the conversation from the pieces of the information that they give you. It is what I call volley, one to the next. Say you come back and you see them and it's a Monday and you run into this person. You may say, "Hey, how was your weekend?" And they say, "Yeah, I went water skiing." "Oh, really? You water ski?" New conversation. "Oh, I was on a lake, you know, I haven't been on a lake for a while, but I started doing this and blah, 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 and I decided that I like whatever." So now you're adding more personal information to a topical conversation. This actually slowly builds a feeling of connection. Once you have done that step and you are now including more personal information, there should be a tipping point where the personal information and the other person's willingness to engage with you and to continue the volley, it's not you just, saying hi, and so then what? And then did you do this? It's not one-sided. It should be mutual and you should feel good and the connection is great. You could, if you like, do what I call the inclusion method. Now, normally this is what you see guys do when they are in pursuit. It is like the rodeo. The cutting horses. The one horse cuts one calf out of the herd and separates it. So this is how we gain personal time. We go from a public space to creating a personal space. And if this person hasn't asked you for your time outside of however you chat with them, then you may want to do it through inclusion. And a way to kind of, I don't know, protect your ego or not seem so pushy is the, I'm doing this, would you like to join me? I'm going to be in the park this afternoon just relaxing. If you want to join me, love to chat, whatever. Or my friends and I are going down to the pier tonight, and there's a band if you want to come join us. So this inclusion method means I'm already doing this, but I'd like to have you join me. So there's nothing wrong with that. And ladies, it's the 21st century. So let me now get back to the second part about my understanding, Erika, is that you're just chatting. And while you feel more comfortable with one person's attention, that's really ideal because we can't really multitask relationships, okay? But if you are only in the chatting phase, that's really asking to close the deal before the person knows you. If you're sleeping with this person, then definitely you get to talk to them. But for chatting, there are a few more steps that come along, okay? And it doesn't mean that you're the only one they're attracted to. It doesn't mean that you're the only one that is attracted to them. So this, I think, for you would be the inclusion, right? And then you get to see if that person is willing to join you and, you know, see you in an environment separate from wherever it is that you have this conversation. Okay, and good for you that you got to that point. That's really good. Thank you, everyone. Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net. If you want to work with me, go to the consultation page. I have different programs that you can get involved in, different ways to work with me. And if you'd rather listen to this, I'm on Spotify and iHeartRadio, and there's a live show every Thursday here on YouTube at 2 p.m. Eastern. Please join me if you can, or at least check out the replays. Thanks, everyone.